Okay, this is going to be super fun. I just saw the two pairs playing. So, I mean, I love Thomas. That's who I've been talking about. So, Thomas Bessis, and it's in the Fleisher versus Cope match. If you wanted to pop over there, and they're playing against Delmonte, who, you know, if it went pass by North to him, he might have found a 3-club opener on this hand. But yeah, and Finn Kolesnik is a very, very young U.S. junior who has, according to Craig, has just been winning everything. So massive talent on the youth side for the U.S. and playing with obviously very seasoned partner in Ish.
Do you know what this double means? It seems to have been alerted.
Yeah, always a good question. So a spade, a no trump, 2 hearts, double. I mean, based on North's hand, it looks like it's just cards, right? They have a 19 count. So that would be my guess.
That's an interesting agreement to play in this sequence.
Yeah,
Because
now...
standard is takeout, right?
Yeah. It's either takeout or penalty. I think you can have either agreement. But yeah, I think you're right that it tends to be the case that double normally is takeout. I think people invert those meanings for the reason that, like, are you more likely to want to defend 2 hearts doubled if the hearts are sitting in South's hand, right? So if North has a takeout double, South isn't going to pass. But if North has a penalty double, then, you know, they might actually want to defend 2 hearts doubled. But yeah, I mean, based on the way the auction's gone, it looks like it's just cards. South showing their diamond suit, 3 hearts by North, looking for a stopper. They're not going to find it.
Double of 3 hearts is interesting, too. I guess it just shows support.
I think 3 hearts was just looking for 3 no, right? Like,
sorry, the double of 3 hearts.
Oh, the double of 3 hearts. Oh, yeah. Actually, that is weird. You make a good point. I wasn't even looking at that. Because this just gives North-South so much extra bidding room to figure out what's going on. I guess it shows support. You know, maybe East isn't buying that North-South really have these big hands.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe just helping East-West decide whether to compete to 4 hearts.
Right. Yeah, that could be a good reason as well. Because, you know, East doesn't know that his partner's looking at solid hearts over there, so if the opponents were going to settle on 3 no trump, maybe 4 hearts is a good save. That's possible. Or just on the off chance that, like, they settle on 3 no and he leads a heart, he can now lead a high one, and his partner will have count in the suit. Oh, sorry, he's not even on lead. Gotta keep me honest. But yeah, so North-South are in a bit of a bind. If they reach 4 spades, they're going to be in great shape because the trumps are splitting. Although, you know, okay, technically 4 spades makes. They can duck 2 hearts, run the trumps, and strip squeeze East. But are they really going to take that line? It's probably way more likely that they just take a diamond finesse.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't think 4 spades will be making, but I'm excited to be wrong if so.
Yeah, so I have to imagine we're going to get a heart lead. You know, lead partner suit, normally a good thing to do. But had East led the jack of clubs, 4 spades also would have made. So, you know, there were ways for the defense to go wrong here.
For sure.
I guess we're just going to get 2 hearts and a diamond switch. Obviously, West would be thrilled if they could cash 2 hearts, lead a club, have their partner get in with a trump, and then give them a club ruff. I mean, that is a reasonable alternative line, though. Oh.
Ooh.
Or we just get the club switch immediately.
Yeah, 4 spades might now be making. It occurs to me that predicting this actually wasn't so difficult also, so...
Yeah, it's still
My
going to be
mistake.
difficult, right? Declare will pull trumps, but to really make the contract, they're going to have to read deeply into this position, decide that the diamond hook is off, because if they play for this strip squeeze and then just play ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, exiting, West wins and cashes a bunch of hearts at the end. So...
Well, now they can just take 4 club tricks, right?
They can?
Without... Can't they?
No, because the 7 of clubs is a big spot for East.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I have to imagine we are going to see the 9 of clubs played here to set up the potential for the strip squeeze. And I mean, Thomas is an excellent card reader. Wow, the other table already has a result on this one. 4 diamonds down 1. That was quick. Not surprising. You're going to lose 2 diamond tricks. Are you? Wait a second. The 10 of diamonds is a big spot card.
So big that some would call it an honor.
Yes. Fair point. No, okay. Against 4 diamonds, we just get 2 hearts cashing and then a singleton club switch. East gets in with the diamond king and gives partner a ruff, so... Well, I mean, like I said, Tomas is an excellent card reader. He has some chance, I think, to find the right line. But it is going to take, quite a bit of belief in that. I don't know. I don't see it. Like, West is the overcaller. Sure, he has this ace, king, queen, 6th suit. I mean, maybe this double of 3 hearts is really going to backfire. If he thinks that East wouldn't do this with, absolutely nothing and 3 small hearts, then he might place East with the diamond king. That's the only other missing honor.
Yeah, I wonder if what's going on at the table right now is that Tomas is asking about some details about what hands with double 3 hearts.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, you can do this in the ACBL. Now, I will say... ACBL players tend to do this more often than European players. European players just like to sit there and play cards, whereas players in the ACBL are just they've been wronged one time at a local club game, and so they're just nope, I'm gonna punish anyone who doesn't follow the rules to a T, and I'm going to ask proliferous questions, if that's even a word. I made it up. I'm sure it's a word now. About all of the opponent's carding agreements and everything. Okay, he has pulled trumps. I do expect him to exit a heart. There's no cost. You get a little more information before you have to make your decision. All right, he's going to play a club to the ace. Find out about the bad news. And just take a diamond finesse.
Down 1, yeah.
We've talked it up a bit, but yeah, this feels like the most natural thing to do.
Yeah, was indeed the expected result.
Mm-hmm. So we get a push on this board. Oh my god. I didn't even think about the possibility of trying to set up diamonds. He could have won the king of clubs, pulled trumps, and then gone ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds. He would then still have 2 entries to the dummy to rough out the diamonds and cash them. Ooh, I just realized maybe this was a big miss. Because if diamonds are 3-2, East didn't lead a singleton diamond, West didn't switch to a singleton diamond, and every line of play needs the spade hook, right? Or the spades to come home. So I think maybe an opportunity missed. I wasn't really considering, it looked so counterintuitive, right? To go ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, but, and to block the club suit by playing the king on that trick. So,
Yeah, I wonder.
Like, I don't fault him, right? Like, it imps for me personally if he was on my team and he was just like, oh, I took a diamond finesse for my contract, I'd be like, cool, 50-50, I'll take it, right? But maybe if he had read a little deeper into the position or saw this counterintuitive play, you know, a lot of bridge players might just look at this diamond combination and be like, how do I get to dummy to lead a diamond towards the queen, right? You don't think about that, but it becomes pretty clear if you draw the inference about diamonds splitting.
The line isn't going so well when spades are 4-2, though, and there's still a chance to make if you don't pickle the club suit. And spades are 4-2. Maybe I said diamonds instead of spades the first time.
Yeah. So it's true if spades are 4-2, you do get in trouble, but you find out about that before you have to play ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds. You'll win the king of clubs, go ace, king, queen of spades, throwing a diamond. And then if someone shows out, now, of course, you need a bunch of good luck. You'll need the diamond finesse.
Yes, but you have committed to never picking up clubs that are 4-2, right?
They would have to... Well, you can't pick up 4-2 clubs. Okay, true. If West has made an unusual lead away from, like, jack fourth of clubs...
Right.
Yeah, you could pick it up. But, you know, West is sitting here looking at this ace, queen, third of clubs in dummy. Are they really leading away from jack fourth or 10 fourth into that holding?
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. So, anyway, I mean, we get to a push board, but I do think Thomas had an opportunity for a big swing on that one. But they still maintain their 25 imp lead. Fleisher does. So, second board of the segment. Wow, South has a huge hand. Now, some people might open the South hand 2 clubs. I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts? 2 clubs versus 1 heart. Feel free to not answer.
Yeah, like... I guess what I would say is that you're in a much better position having opened a heart if it doesn't go swish.
Yep.
So, you know, the main thing that you're worried about if you want to open 2 clubs in this hand is precisely that outcome.
Yeah.
And I think in modern bridge, the odds of 1 heart swish are pretty low.
Yep. Yeah, agree. Most people respond or tend to respond fairly light. I mean, even red. So you're pretty safe on this hand. You're pretty happy with the 1 heart opener. South is going to be a little disappointed that 5 diamonds shows 0 key cards here. Probably hoping for grand.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what the 3 spade bid by North is?
I'm not sure. I think a lot of players play it as a minimum value splinter, undisclosed. That's what I do with some people. And so
and then
3
no asked and 4 diamonds showed the shortness?
Yeah, it's low, middle, high probably. So this would be diamond shortness, coincidentally corresponding with the shortness he actually holds. But so they reach 6 hearts, which looks just like a claimer at trick 1. Okay, now I'm asking the important questions. Do you pull trumps and then lead a spade towards the king, or do you just claim? Looks like we're about to find out. Because this feels like a hand where I would just claim, especially at this level. There we go.
Yeah.
He worked it out. No need to waste everyone's time if you're just have all the tricks.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for conserving mental energy in these long events, especially if you play multiple of them in a tournament. Like, I've heard several players say, although I don't know if this is true, that the finals of like a long knockout match, like the Spin Gold, that the best bridge isn't actually played in the finals because by the time the teams have gotten there, they're so exhausted that they're like, they're much more likely to make silly mistakes at that point.
Yeah.
Well, silly for a world-class player, but not, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how much truth there is to that, but...
So there is, and which is why one of the most impressive things to me was I kibitzed a match in the Spin Gold. It was the Spin Gold finals, like, long ago. I was only watching for a quarter. 0 double dummy mistakes were made in the play, which is insane, like, for the end of that kind of event. And I mean, it's not like people played quote-unquote perfectly, but, like, they dropped 0 tricks in the play whatsoever.
That's wild, yeah.
And
that's just unlikely on the basis that single dummy is very frequently, like, the optimal single dummy line just isn't going to often always be the optimal double dummy line.
Right.
So it needs to not just be very good play, but also some considerable luck.
Oh, absolutely. So it was surprising. There were probably also about 4 convicted cheaters playing at the table. So maybe that had something to do with it, but like...
I see. Okay, fair enough.
But, like, at the time, I was super impressed by it. I mean, I still am. Like, even convicted cheaters don't, like, always get the right lines of play on some of these hands. So, board in front of us. Haven't been paying much attention. It looks like Declare might have a club guess. Unless he can safely duck a diamond into the south hand, which he can. So 3-3 diamonds, or, oh, never mind, we have pitched a, oh, I'm losing it again, we can just set up a club, never mind, we don't even need, ignore me. Declare just gets to knock out the ace queen of clubs, give up a hardened 2 clubs.
Yep.
Well played, well played. Oh, look at this little cheeky play by Thomas. He unblocks the queen of diamonds so that now when he wins the club ace, he can put a diamond through, giving Declare a way to go wrong.
Nice.
Hooking the 9. I mean, I suspect we'll see a second round of hearts now, and then Declare will just claim. Yep.
That is probably what happened, yeah.
420. So this table is playing a bit faster than the other one. Who is sitting at the other table? So we have the sponsor, or one of the sponsors for the Fleisher team, Leslie Amoyles, sitting in the west seat, playing with his regular partner Tom Hanlon. Similarly, for the north-south pair in the other room, we have Kevin Rosenberg, US Junior, playing with the sponsor, well, supposedly not sponsor, but yet to be seen based on the play in earlier segments, Simon Cope from the UK. And I know that Kevin is a bit of a slow player, so we will probably have to jump over to that table at the end of this set of 15 boards. Hopefully they'll be done with at least 5 by then. And
yeah.
But, okay. So we have seen a lot of the pairs in this field. I don't recall if Finn and Ish are one of them that play one club as just the catch-all balanced, like weak no trump type hand. So that could be what West is doing. That could be why one club was alerted. Club, a diamond looks natural. So they're not one of the pairs playing transfers over a club. Otherwise, East would have been a spade. 1 no, 3 no. Ooh. Any consideration for searching for a slam on East's hand?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm thinking about that right now. Like, what does East need from West?
I mean, on the given hand, it's on one of 2 major suit hooks. If somehow West was Declare, we could hook the King of Hearts, and if that was off, then we could take the spade hook. With East declaring, like, if we got to 6 diamonds, maybe a spade lead would make things a bit worse, but the 10 of spades is a good card. then it's basically on one of two hooks in that suit. You could run the opening spade lead around to the 10 if that didn't work. So 6 no or even 6 diamonds look like excellent spots.
Yeah, it's true. I'm trying to decide how much of a miracle maximum West is holding here, though. Like, has the full 14.
Yeah.
And then the honors are matching pretty nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if the Queen of Hearts was the Jack of Hearts, then Slam is... I mean, it's not hopeless. It would be on a spade hook.
Is this really the way this heart trick went?
Seems... We have had some numerous Vugraph errors throughout the set. My guess is no.
Yeah, all right.
But we'll see.
Well, it seems it must have been if the Vugraph operator has put in...
No, I think they just scored it up incorrectly. We've seen a bunch of frequent Vugraph errors, more so than I recall when I was playing bridge. So I'm not exactly sure what the difficulty is. Operators are getting older; they can't recruit any of the new ones to take over for the old folks.
I see.
They're having trouble clicking the buttons on the screen, technologically challenged. Can I insult them anymore? I should stop.
I think it can be difficult to follow some pairs. Like, some pairs, play quickly, speak softly, don't really show their cards to the Vugraph operator. It can be pretty tough to follow the action.
Absolutely. That is very true. And I remember Vugraph operators telling me that I was horrible to operate for because I didn't sort my hand. So
yeah.
So I'm pulling cards from random spots in my hand, and they were just I have no clue I checked the transcript afterwards for our matches, and the Vugraph operator was just well, I leaned in to ask, and the opponents told me that Declare took 11 tricks. I have no idea how the play went.
This is actually interesting, given my comment on the previous board about it being so rare for it to go one major swish, and then suddenly on the very next board, we get exactly that option.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep, so North opens a spade with his 17 count, singleton king. This isn't the hand that you would be, upset if it went a major all pass, though. He doesn't have quite a game force with his hand. And South, I mean, there are definitely some players who would bid. He might be worried that because they're vulnerable, if his partner did make a jump shift, they might get to 3-no trump going down 2 or 3, which is just going to score really poorly. So with the non-fit and spades, he was just hoping to get out a little cheap. Yeah, I mean, responding a no trump with the South cards would have landed them in 2 hearts, I think, which would have been a much better spot. How is Declarer doing? I mean, with the hearts going 4-1, clubs going 4-1, basically everything offside. I don't know. I mean, I would probably try a heart to the king right now. That seems like my best chance to try and get to the dummy. East may well duck from ace doubleton or ace third, not really thinking that I'm trying to steal a heart trick. King Jack of Spades off. It is worth noting, I do like Ish's opening lead choice. He elected to lead a diamond rather than his singleton heart. When you have natural trump tricks, it's often incorrect to try and go for roughs yourself. That usually just helps Declare pull trumps while you're roughing with all of your winners. Much better to try and tap Declare out so he's attacking with his longest suit, the Queen Fifth of Diamonds.
Yeah. I wonder, you mentioned earlier the Vugraph operator might be tuning into the stream.
Not the VuGraph operator, some of these commentators from the chat. So let's see, turning my cam off. So we currently have Fuquay, Greg Lawler, who's doing commentary at this table. But we had Michael Schuster yesterday, who was hanging out with us, and he's a frequent commentator on BBO for some of these VuGraph sets.
Sure. Yeah, I was just noticing that the VuGraph operator, or Fuquay at least, has said to the VuGraph table that kibitzers are suggesting that East was too conservative. I'm wondering, am I missing a kibitzer chat somewhere, or is this in reference to what we're talking about?
Oh, no. So oftentimes when you're doing commentary on BBO VuGraph matches, you'll just get, like, I can send a private message to the VuGraph operator, and this seems to happen frequently, that kibitzers will want to get involved in the action, but of course I don't have the permissions to actually talk to the table itself. So they'll send a private chat to someone and just like confirm a thought that they had. So if this person's Greg is getting spammed with messages from people, and if he notices that the same message happens 4 or 5 times, he will probably point it out. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we do see kind of Thomas trying to be sneaky and put a heart through to the king, which doesn't work on this hand. West gives their partner a heart ruff, king of clubs and a club ruff, probably another round of hearts and then another round of clubs. Should see declare home to down 1. East-West have a natural trump trick now, but with Declare having to lead spades out of his own hand, he's probably just going to bang the ace and be relatively thankful that the king falls.
That seems pretty plausible, yeah.
Yeah, so Ish will certainly play back a club, trying to promote a trump trick in some fashion. For his king, little does he know he already has the 10-9 third of spades in partner's hand will secure it. So down 1, and kind of I think this is actually one of the reasons why we don't see a lot of these auctions happen too frequently. You need to hit the perfect balance of you have just enough support for your partner where you are making the 1 level contract, but if they do have a super maximum, you're not making a game. And so with just the singleton spade, we see that North-South could have ended up in 2 hearts, a much better contract on their cards had South responded.
Yep.
So I think that's one of the main tendencies why people don't pass opening bids anymore, because you might get overboard a little bit, but it's also just as risky to pass because you might just be going down. You're in the wrong fit. So could be a bit of a swing to the Cope team. We will know in 30 minutes when they catch up. No, but we see 3 pushes on the first few boards. Board 4, we note, is scored wrong at our table. It's only 690 for 3-no trump making 6. But there's the potential for a slam swing on that one. And here, board 6, we have North-South just bidding naturally. Love it. Love my good old American 2/1 system. Just bid all of our suits naturally, none of this transfer nonsense, none of this 1 club is any balanced hand, could have 5 diamonds. Looks great.
What's your feeling about bidding a spade over a heart response here? Are you in the every time you have 4 spades camp? Are you in the never win balance camp? Or are you in the in-between area?
So, you obviously know me as not a bidding enthusiast. So I don't have strong opinions. My general tendency is to conceal my hand as much as possible. I find that I get a huge advantage as declare by concealing my shape. So I try and go out of my way on a bunch of auctions, and kind of this one is similar. I would prefer to bid a no trump with the south hand, but systemically, I mean, you kind of make a choice. You either always bid a no trump or you always bid a spade. So it looks like their agreement is to always bid a spade here with the south cards.
I have to confess that I live in the one spade always camp.
Okay.
Even when 4x3.
Yeah.
I don't like to miss my 8 fit.
Yeah, that is a perfectly reasonable position to take, especially when partner's unbalanced, right? If they do have a 4-4 spade fit, then they have at least 8 cards in majors. They must have a doubleton somewhere. So you would definitely prefer to play in a trump contract if that's the case. We've landed in one no trump. Aha! 2 opening hands opposite each other have play for a no trump. Here we go. So North has 11 and decided to take the low road with just 1 no on his cards. Kind of unusual, but I think it's gonna work out.
I think the low road makes a lot of sense here. I mean, they say they are opening 11 counts.
Yep.
And so this is a pretty bad 11 count, I think.
Yep. Yeah, no, I completely agree. It is going to work out poorly for them here because 4 hearts is a make with the king, queen of hearts falling. I mean, declare is going to play a heart to the jack and then cash the ace. But, he's not expecting that that's the way he picks up the suit for one loser. And the spade splitting is obviously going to help him out. There's no spade ruff lurking. So, could be a bit of a swing. I would be surprised. I mean, even if North showed an invite with 5 hearts, you probably don't accept with South's 12 count. Bunch of jacks. But this has the potential to be a bit of a swing for the Cope squad. So 2 potential, well 3 actually. Board 4 could be a big plus position for them. Board 5 might be a bit of a part score swing. And then this one could be a game swing. Hey, Frederick. Yeah, 3 no is also a fine contract for North-South. What do we need in 3 no? If we get 3 heart tricks, we can take 3 hearts, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and maybe 2 spades. You do seem to have some pretty good chances in 3 no. I might be a little worried about the opponent setting up clubs in some manner if I was playing in that contract, but the 10 and 9 are some pretty big spots. Or, just in this case, the opponents do get to set up diamonds, so now you kind of need the hearts to come home from here to be making 3 no trump, but they do. The hearts do come home. But Thomas only in 1 no. He's just doing his best to try and take his 7 tricks. So no need to risk a heart to the ace. If the king doesn't fall, and then he exits a spade, the opponents might be able to cash too many tricks against him.
Yeah.
Okay, some potential swings for the Cope squad. We'll see what they do with those boards at the other table. So this match could get close, but there's no guarantee that they'll find the way to a slam on 4. There's no guarantee that the auction will go any different on 5. And on 6, thin games do sometimes make, but it's not vulnerable. Maybe you don't push for that at imps. So it could still be 3 push boards on those.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical that the 1 spade swish is going to be a push, but I am very prepared to be wrong.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So sitting north-south at the other table, it is Kevin Rosenberg and Simon Cope. I always forget his first name, so I have to pull up his profile every time. Simon Cope, a player I'm not familiar with. All these other guys I know quite well. Oh, we got an update from Brad. Brad says Hanlon is in 6 diamonds on board 4.
Nice.
So that contract will come home, I think. It's hard to imagine a line that Declare doesn't make it. They might take some sort of exotic line, combining chances with some squeeze potential, but eventually they're just going to play a spade to the queen in the end, I think, and take the spade hook to make their 12 tricks. So that will be a swing. Vulnerable, grand, what is that, like 13 imps? 12 imps? Somewhere in that neighborhood. So Cope is climbing their way back.
Looks like on this board we had Invitational Plus, 2 no trump raise.
Yep.
Yeah. And then no interest in South from hearing anything more. Let's just make a game try.
Yeah.
Bid game and try to make it.
Yes, my favorite type of game try. And West has a bit of a disaster hand to lead from, leading away from all these kings and queens. I do agree with the king of diamonds. There's a kind of nuance between playing match points and imps on some of these hands. Like, at match points, it might be scarier to lead away from your stronger diamond suit than it would be to lead away from, for example, the weaker heart suit. Because you might think the king 10 of diamonds could produce a trick on power alone, whereas the king of hearts might not. But at imps, you probably want to lead your stronger suit, because that's the most likely way that you can set up tricks to cash. So I like the diamond lead by Finn over there. Nothing seems to matter here. Well, I guess a heart lead would have given away the contract. So good on him to go with the imp philosophy of the diamond lead. But East-West are going to come to a club in due time.
I think also against a suit contract, the length of the suit makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Your king third is far less likely to be disappearing into the ether than your king fifth.
Yeah. So, I mean, for example, if Declare had like the ace, king, queen of hearts for, well, not ace, king, queen, but like ace, queen, jack of hearts, for example, they might have been able to discard one of their diamond losers. Whereas the king of diamonds might go away as a trick. That was basically your point. Whereas the king of hearts, you know, you lead a diamond and they can pitch a heart from their like ace fourth suit. You're still probably getting the king of hearts trick.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yep, also a good point. My guess is we'll see a push there. I mean, obviously, a heart lead feels very distant. As a choice from West, I would probably have selected a diamond and then spade as my second choice before turning to the heart suit. But maybe on a different auction, we could see a different opening lead. Hard to imagine that that game will make, but still quite happy to beat it, I think, as East-West.
Yeah. I have to confess that I would probably lead a spade, but I think that might be a leak in my game. Because you can pretty reliably, when I do that, place me with an unsupported honor in all 3 of the unbid suits, of the non-trump suits. Yeah.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think there's much wrong with a spade if the opponents are in a known 9 or more card fit. You're unlikely to give anything up with the spade lead, but I do like being aggressive.
The most common thing is pickling partner's queen.
Yeah.
But the spades are already 2-2, so like, yeah.
Right. Declare will get the spade guess correct, so you're not like giving up a trick, you're just giving up tempo. And it can depend on what your high card strength is. Because if you had like a 13 or 14 count, then leading away from your strength might not be so attractive because partner's less likely to have a supporting honor when they've forced a game. But when you have like 8 like this, I think your best bet at imps is to try and guess correctly on opening lead, set up your tricks, and then hope you come to 4 eventually. But yeah, spade would be my second choice. I do agree on that. So we get to 3 hearts after takeout double. South really liked their queen doubleton of spades on this auction. No, I don't think that's what happened. But I'm a little surprised South elected to raise 2 hearts to 3. Partner's a passed hand, and they couldn't muster up a 3-heart bid on their own power. So it feels like this was a tad aggressive. And he's going to be punished pretty badly here. I mean, it's only an extra under trick. 2 hearts was also going down, with West having 3 natural trump tricks and East having 2 bullets. But wait, did I come up with the right number of tricks? Okay, and a spade ruff. And a spade ruff, yeah. East-West are getting 6 tricks on defense. But I don't know. It just feels a little aggressive, the way that South handled his hand. Well, there it is. Board 4, 6 diamonds bid and made at the other table. 12 imps back to... Oh, I was wrong. I had everything wrong. Fleisher just earned 12 imps for the 6 diamonds bid and made. I thought Cope actually had a chance to pick up. Nope, absolutely not. Cope in this room was the ones. Yeah, Ish was quite conservative with the jump to 3 no trump. Unless it specifically showed a slam try. I mean, there's no alert here, but maybe it was alerted at the table and the operator missed it.
I can't imagine that that's the case, though. If 3 no trump was a slam try, then West is just blundering, straight up blundering to have passed it.
Yeah, okay, fair point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is just... You're right, he does kind of need a perfect-ish hand from his partner. Perfect-ish, I get it, his name's Ish. But it feels like you may as well try. What's the harm in like showing a slam try with diamonds and then hearing your partner be like, you have a slam try with diamonds, I have a max, so let's do it.
Yeah.
So here we are. North expresses his mild grievance at his partner's bidding by claiming down 2 in 3 hearts. He was like, should have passed out a spade doubled if I knew that you were going to do this to me. No, I think a spade doubled probably makes.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I agree. I think it probably does.
Yeah, probably with some over tricks as well. So
yeah.
Good on him to try 2 hearts, but I'm sure there'll be some words after. I do know that Cedric is a hyper-aggressive bidder. I've noticed that over the past few days that we've been watching him play. Because, like, Thomas likes to bid, and Thomas has just been, like, making all of these really, really conservative bids to try and protect his partner. You know, that could be a reason why board 6, he just bid a no trump with his 11 count.
Afraid that his partner would accept with any excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna cut against what a lot of the kibitzers are saying, though. I think that 1 no trump bid is just almost clearly correct.
Yeah.
If partner is opening on most 11 counts, then that is not a good 11 count to hold as responder. I think it's right to go low.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So my style would be this hand plays a no trump. That's what I would do. I would have this same auction, or a club, a heart, a no trump, all pass. Something to that effect. But I think a lot of people, especially the kibitzers, I don't know about at the table. I tend not to read this stuff unless it looks appealing. But if people are thinking that North's hand is an invite, then they're just not used to light opening bid style. But I had played that for many years, open all 11s, even outside of precision, just open all 11 counts. And I think it's good. I think it's just winning bridge to do so. So maybe a bit of a break. A lot of the French players are smokers. I have on good authority that Thomas is not, but Cedric might be. So they could be out on a smoke break. I think Ish is a smoker as well. I do not recall.
Wow, just outing everyone.
Yeah. Look, like the entire pro bridge community is smokers. That's just how it works. If you're
very true.
If you're doing this job, I mean, we had this discussion yesterday where I got ridiculed for being like pro bridge is a high stress job. That's why everyone smokes. But it's true. It is true. Yeah, 45 minutes without smoking and they get the shakes. You're right, Dan. Well,
that's why they play so fast, to decrease the time between smoke breaks.
That's true. That's actually why Cran and Vince used to play so quickly. Whenever we played against them, they were just like, come on, gotta go quick. We need our smoke break after this hand. So. Okay. So while we wait for a second, I know we have some more people tuning in to the stream. I'm Brady Bot. We are hanging out watching the third quarter of the Soloway Knockout, the semi-final match, one of them that's taking place in Phoenix, Arizona as part of the North American Bridge Championships. Hanging out here with Stephen Drodge. He's my co-caster. Say hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Been at this all week. I've had, I guess Steven's my second co-caster that I've had on board, but Craig has usually been hanging out with me. He was busy tonight, and Steven was very nice to volunteer his time to jump on and cast some bridge. We're currently in the middle of... Oh no, I left my title up. My bad. Look, amateur streamer here. I'm working on it. So we're currently in the middle of the third quarter in the match, Fleisher versus Cope. Fleisher's ahead by 27, and they've been quite strong the entire tournament so far. Give me a second. Let me update my title. Soloway coverage. We're doing Fleisher versus Cope Q3. There we go. Thank you, Tulios. Really appreciate it. Keeping me on my toes. But here we are. That's Brady Bot the bot. Yes, that's me. I am the bot.
Am I allowed to ask chat questions? Because I'm very curious. Tulios, do you play bridge?
Sorry, no, continue. That's a great question. Yes, Tulios, do you play bridge?
You're a bridge expert.
No, he has... I don't think he knows what I'm saying half the time. But he enjoys it. He's been a wonderful spectator at all my streams. Really
That's
supportive.
awesome,
Yeah, I know Tulios from the Hanabi community and from their awesome sumo commentary streams.
Yep, absolutely. So if you are interested in either Hanabi or sumo wrestling tournaments, Tulios does a bunch of that. I can shout out his channel. If I remember my shout out command, there it is. So Dan said slam alert. Is it really a slam alert? Slam alert seems optimistic on this one, with East-West having, what is it, a combined 27 highs?
I don't see any alerts in this auction.
Also true. Also true. Yeah, Dan, the 10 of clubs is the only card that we're missing, I'm sure. That's the only reason that Slam is not being bid. They do chess boxing, so maybe Hanabi Sumo would be a good idea. Oh my god. Yeah, have you considered doing any Hanabi boxing or Hanabi, like, other sports sort of thing? There you go.
You know, I've never considered it, but now it's all I can think about.
Okay.
Telegraph operator confirming that the players did indeed take a smoke break.
Yep. Smoke break. We're back, and we're off to a blistering start. North was just like not having any of this. I'm leading a low heart from Queen Jack fourth, instantly blowing a trick. Maybe he'll try diamonds now. What is Hanabi? I probably still have a command in the chat. It's not a very helpful command, but it gets the basics of the game across.
Yeah, that's about what I was about to answer, so perfect.
Yeah. So Dan, I mean, there is probably a player in the Hanabi community that you're familiar with, Joel Wooldridge. You know, excellent world-class level bridge player who plays Hanabi frequently. Probably a bit too frequently, considering that it's not his full-time job. But he's always around.
Wow, just calling everyone out tonight.
That's why we're here. People aren't here for the actual bridge. They're just here for the spicy commentary. I mean, like 2 days ago, I was being accused of banging all of the TD's wives. So I'm happy that we have toned down the spec chat a little bit on this one.
Okay, I'll try to be even less professional.
Thank you. That's what everyone wants to see.
Good.
Look, Steven, I didn't bring you on to like talk about bridge. I brought you on to like poke fun at me, just roast me as much as possible. That's the most exciting thing.
No, I would never. No.
Oh, but you really should.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep, I do have chat commands for all of that stuff. I think this is one of them. Nope.
Do you have a Hanabi Central chat command?
No. I linked H group, but if people really wanted to get involved, then they could probably ask around in there, find some friends, get into Hanabi Central. I probably will do...
For all the convention lovers out there in chat.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you really love bridge because of the bidding conventions, then Hanabi is going to be the game for you. And definitely check out the H group Discord, which I think I just linked, as well as the Hanabi Central Discord, which I guess I could link if people really care. I should probably put something in my own Discord about that. I think I have a Hanabi section, but I mean, my Discord is just completely empty. I made it because some people asked me to... There you go, Steven's got you covered. Hanabi Central has a much more diverse group of conventions available to people that you can check out. But yeah, I was saying
So we should probably commentate this one a little bit.
Oh god, no. Like, what is going on?
No.
What are East-West doing? They bid all the way up to 5 spades. They stay out of the good slam on board 4, and now they're just blasting their way to the 5 level on Jack 4th opposite King 4th.
How do you like the 2-no Trump opener on the West End versus opening a club?
19 with 5-4-2-2. It's not really my personal style. I prefer to keep most of my bids pure. So with 5-4, I would tend to open the minor and jump shift. I mean, I understand it, and it's not like, I don't think there's anything wrong one way or another, as long as your hand kind of fits the description. And, okay, you only have 19, but you have a 5-card club suit, bunch of aces and kings, so it does feel like you're playing strength for 2-0. But yeah, my style would just be 1 club, 2 spades with this kind of hand.
Same. Yeah, I'm in that camp as well.
Yeah, and so, I mean, kind of along those lines, I don't like opening 6-card suits a no trump. I have done it, and like if the hand really feels no trumpy, you know, if my 6-card suit is like king 6th, then I kind of feel bad opening 1 and rebidding 3, because, you know, like partner just dumps you with a singleton opposite your king 6th, then you look silly. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we may have gotten the opening lead wrong here. The graph operator hitting undo a few times.
Yeah, I think they were just very concerned about the spot card South played, which, look, I get it. As like a bridge player who's very intently focused on partner's signals and spot cards, like if you're watching this and you're like, oh, why would South play the 3 when he doesn't have a club honor? Like, I think the ViewGraph operator just wants to avoid that kind of backlash, but yeah, so Ace of Hearts, 5 of Hearts. Looking at the stiff and dummy, this tends to be a suit preference situation, so the 5 middle spot means no thank you. I don't have clubs or diamonds. Do your best. And with 2 natural trump tricks to north-south, this is going to be down 1. Now, I made a bunch of fun of them for getting to 5 spades, but I mean, like, West has a 2-0 opener, East has this hand with 6-4. If the hands fit together a little better, like stick that Queen of Hearts in the spade suit, and 5 spades is making. I think you're a bit far from getting to a making slam, though, with these cards.
Yeah. Does seem a little bit optimistic. I'm trying to imagine the hand, though. I'm trying to... So...
Like, if we stick both the heart queen and club queen into the spade ace, and remember, this is only 19, then
right.
The hands fit perfectly, and we're on, like, a finesse in spades. Yeah, yep. Frederick says should have passed 5 clubs. That would have been quite the inspired bid. So, North gonna think a while. I mean, my guess is he switches to a diamond. It looks like if diamonds are 6-3-3-1 around the table, he can win the spade ace on the first round of the suit and give his partner a diamond ruff. That's probably what we're gonna see. Declarer might even believe that he has a chance to make it if North popped up with ace third of spades in that scenario. Diamond to the ace, spade, hop up with the ace, another diamond to the king, spade to the king, hoping queen doubleton falls with South. But anywho, he will give it a stare. I mean, maybe there's some reason that we should continue hearts trying to tap the dummy. That's possible. Yeah, he's probably spending some time thinking right now, because that queen 6th of diamonds looks like an awfully strong suit over there.
It sure does, yeah.
I just can't take some of the commentary, so I ignore it. I did play that variant of bridge once with some juniors where you could only make bids based on the cards you actually held. So if you wanted to play in 4 hearts, you had to have one of your side have the 4 of hearts, which is hilarious.
It's definitely a wild way to play.
Yeah. What's your favorite variant that you've played?
My favorite is second highest, but I think that the best one is pass left.
Oh yeah, pass left is wonderful.
I think pass left might actually be a better game than bridge.
Thank you.
Except for the fact that it's so hard.
Thank you. Are you aware that I was a world junior pass left champion?
No, I was not aware of that.
Okay. So what ended up happening? Yeah, North switched to a diamond, and he did pop up with the spade ace to try and give partner diamond rough, kind of as I envisioned. Did not work. Declare had a glimmer of hope, but it was not to be. 5 spades went down 1. Yeah, Dan, you can't see the commentary. Don't worry, you're not missing much. That's why we're here, to bring you all of the hot takes and all of the best commentary. Yeah, it was
the comment that we were reacting to, just for your edification, was I am guessing that the 4 club bid showed the club 4. Smiley face.
Yeah. Wonderful insight, I might add. But yes. Okay. So where's the other room? They have finished 6 boards. That's not too bad. They have a bit of a part score swing on board 6. They also did not make their way into the game. We thought it was going to be a little unlikely to get there, but they did try. Looks like they had an invitational hand with a 5-3 heart fit found and a reject from the south cards. And here, oh my god, I hate these alerts where the VuGraph operator hits the alert and then just puts question mark. It feels very passive aggressive to me. Like, how could you possibly bid 2 hearts on this? Which is like mildly what I'm thinking as well. I don't buy into these 5-3-3-2 overcalls. In balancing seed, I kind of understand it. He has a 12 count, but like, why offer up 500 when the opponents were just going to be scoring like plus 90? Are you really missing a game? Maybe.
500 is going to be awfully hard to collect when Queen Jack 10 of hearts are all in your hand.
Really? Is this not down 3? I don't know. I haven't actually looked, but...
Well, I guess my question is, how do they double it?
I mean, I guess South could make a takeout double, North could pass, North could make a takeout double, South could pass. You're right, when they have all of the hearts and you are going down 3 or 4, maybe they just sit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it always feels scary to me. But another issue is just like, let's say you do have a heart fit. What if your partner just leads a heart against a no trump? You're probably beating it and getting to 8 tricks on your own on power when you have these 5-3-3-2 just kind of random hands is kind of tough. But
yeah, I think usually the reasoning I've heard for balancing 2 hearts here is that you think it's very unlikely that your partner will get off to a heart lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I guess it depends how much a partnership has bought into the winning no trump leads. You know that? Do you know that book?
I'm vaguely familiar with it, and it's how Gib leads, and God, I hate Gib.
For those who don't know in chat, this is a book that uses large sample sizes of double dummy analysis on no trump auctions to determine what the best opening leads on average are double dummy, and it likes to make a lot of leads that don't follow the traditional advice that's handed out, like 4th from your longest and strongest. A lot of these winning no trump leads are like lead from your 3 little spades, because partner might have a spade suit. Yeah, and so I don't know if your partner makes those types of leads, then I agree that balancing 2 hearts loses a lot of its luster.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, even on this hand, it's not so clear you want a heart lead. Declare technically has 3 heart stoppers, and your partner leading their natural king, queen, jack, 10, fifth of diamonds is much better for your side. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'm with you that partner's probably not going to lead a heart. This just kind of feels like, I don't know, it's a style thing. Ish seems all over the place stylistically, though, to me.
Interesting.
But
well, far be it from me to second guess players of this caliber.
Same. Same. I shouldn't be, but I'm going to anyway. That's That's what I'm doing here. I'm giving all the spicy commentary, just throwing out wild accusations against anyone. Tulio's asked, can you get jerseys of players? And Dan is right. The Lavazza team tends to walk around in like fancy suits and jerseys at most events, but it's very uncommon, I would say. I think, didn't we have team shirts once? We did.
Yeah, for junior. They gave polos, right?
No. But I shouldn't mention. She who should not be named made us team shirts for the regional in Hunt Valley one year. Didn't you play with us? It was you and me, and Alex, and
oh yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a blast of the past.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I played with Kaplan, and I was so dead from work that I think I tanked about 40 imps and 3 boards, and Kaplan just started clienting me. I was like, thank you. Same Alex, no, different Alex. So how is East-West doing at this point? Looks like they have a heart trick. They have a diamond trick from here. They'll probably get a long heart, and that might be about it. Could be down 3. Lavazza should give everyone they beat coffee like Jake the Snake did with snakes. I can't say I'm familiar with this pop culture reference, but I think that is a great idea to just name yourself Jake the Snake and then like carry around a bunch of snakes like in your jacket pockets and hand them out to people after a competition. That sounds wonderful. You're gonna make a lot of friends that way. I'm just imagining one of those giant trench coats, like like trench coat full of worms. Oh, it's a pro wrestling reference. Got it.
You're imagining like a pocket sand situation, except it's snakes instead?
Right. Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Frederick says down 2. That's also possible. Maybe I am not 100% on how the defense is going to go. I hadn't really figured out how we were going to force Declare to play trumps, and I don't think we are. So down 2 does seem like a more likely spot. So club, another club pitching a diamond. East roughs in, plays a no, this is down 3, yeah? Yeah, East roughs in, plays a diamond, North roughs, spade comes through, East roughs, diamond, North roughs, cashes the, I don't know, I will find out at the end of the hand. This is really thrilling commentary by me, isn't it? I think it's 3 down. I think it's 3 down.
3 down? Okay.
I can cheat. Here we go. Show double dummy. Club. 3 down. See? I know what I'm talking about.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, the line you said does make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not 100%. You know, maybe there's also some confusion about two hearts. The VuGraph operator I saw mention that it might have been alerted as hearts in a minor. Regardless, South has already seen East turn up with exactly 3 clubs and exactly 2 spades. So they kind of know it's not hearts in a minor. I think Cedric should get this right and play a club, allowing his partner to pitch his diamond loser. So that North-South can make 2 hearts and win 1 because they force the opponents into that same contract. What is the highest contract that the opponents have bid, which you made?
6 diamonds.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my, wait, hold on. Wow, that was
in a club game, and our opponents had a very big accident.
Okay.
And then they were in 6 diamonds doubled and got flustered and went down 2 extra.
Mm-hmm.
So we took 12 tricks, and yep, that has to be the worst beating I've ever seen someone take at the bridge table. Ever.
Yikes. I think mine was 4 spades. I mean, I doubled. I think I doubled 4 spades and we took 10 tricks. The opponents had just like a normal auction to 4 spades. And then like everything was wrong. Trumps were like 6-0 against them, and I just was able to like pull trumps at some point and like claim a bunch of tricks on the side. And
oh, disgusting.
Yeah, it was just terrible. But okay, so Cedric did not find the club continuation, allowing his partner to pitch, and they only got it 100. Not a huge swing either way. It looked like North-South were probably going to make something on their cards. At least a no trump, given that the diamonds can be isolated in the west hand. But it could have done a bit better defensively, so we got 4 boards to go. Dan says he thinks someone psyched 4 spades and he made 6. Nice. No double.
No double. Oh no.
Was it at least red? So like you got a worthwhile penalty? You know, you beat the pairs who played 4 spades your way, making 6. A club by East is interesting. I think we might have actually been watching Finn and Ish the other day, and Ish did the same thing. He has a 5-card major and opened, albeit this is a little different. This is in 3rd seat. He doesn't want a spade lead. He wants a club lead. Got the spade lead anyway. Well done, partner.
That is very... The irony of this is truly, this tickles me.
Yeah. Yep. He's just like, I did my best to not get the opening spade lead, didn't even bid my suit, but yeah, I think a few days back, or maybe yesterday, we saw, it might have been Ish bypass a 5 small and a major suit to open like a club, and actually ended up just concealing his major entirely. It went like a club, a diamond, a no trump. And
that's really interesting. I wonder if that's an intentional aspect of their style.
yeah, it could be. Definitely could be. Undo accepted. Yes, Tulios. The players aren't actually like playing cards and undoing them. It is the live broadcast that we're following. So someone else is trying to input all the plays that people make, and frequently.
Oh wow, a quick claim there.
Yeah.
I guess they had no trouble guessing that hand after the opening lead.
That's a little... Okay, hold on. 11 tricks feels like a lot. Am I missing something? Because East-West have at least 3 diamonds and a club. Uh, hold on.
Yes, I'm also pressing X to doubt on that particular result.
Queen of spades to the ace, heart to the jack. Good lord, I don't know what happened. That has to be another operator error, but wow, 11 tricks is so much. Cedric has to be like the greatest declarer in the world. Look at that guy, so smug with his glasses. Wow. Can I hypo it out? I mean, I could, but like, look, I'm gonna have to discard a large number of aces to let them make 11 tricks. Do you want me to try? Maybe that would be more exciting than this hand where East has overcalled 2 diamonds on their ace-jack doubleton.
I think the auction likely went past 1 spade, 2 diamonds.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The Vugraph operator was so flustered by the claim on the previous board. They're probably just staring at the double dummy result. And it was like, double dummy, it says it's down 2. How did they make an over trick? Okay, 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts by West. A bit light, but I mean, certainly the best choice with the West hand. It's just too difficult to recover when you make a negative double showing 4 and you never really find your 5-3 heart fit. So 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 diamonds. Double by West is a little interesting. I guess the double was takeout. But if so, I don't really understand the 3 heart bid. It feels like East should be bidding 3 clubs with longer clubs. Anyway, this contract looks, I mean, this contract looks downright terrible. Clubs are 5-0.
It will be an uphill battle to go down only 1 here.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of just flat-out losers, Declare has 2 trump losers with the 4-1 split, King of Hearts being 4-2 split, King of Hearts being off. They have a spade loser, a diamond loser, and the ace of clubs. That's already down 1, and that's without considering that there's no way they pick up the club suit for just 1 loser.
Yeah. I think they were a little more likely to be trying to decide whether it's down 3 or down 2 here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I mean, ace of clubs, club rough might look good for the defense, but that is going to help Declare pick up the club suit a little bit. I'm
not sure that it matters. I think the defense gets away with enough tricks
to get it
anyway.
3, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so if it goes ace of clubs, club, I wonder if Declare has to unblock the king from dummy. Because I'm thinking, like, technically the jack of clubs still cashes as a trick, but if West is able to, like, rough out the jack of clubs, now South being void and trumps. Oh my god, look at this inspired defense. Low club. Wow. Although South has gotten himself end played. Well, North has gotten South end played.
Yeah.
I guess I should put it that way. I think South should have all the information on the hand. I mean, not about Declare's shape, but I know that the French pair gives excellent count signals. So he should have count in clubs. He knows that his partner has, so I was going to say the ace of spades would be a big play, but I think he'll work it out quickly. He does have full count on the hand before putting the diamond through.
Yeah, so this has secured down 2 now.
At least. Yeah, and it should just be down. Oh!
Oops-a-daisies.
That feels like a big miss. Oh, okay. I have an idea what declares after. He's worried if he pitches north over roughs, goes ace of clubs, club rough, because he doesn't know that south is out of trumps. So yeah, actually excellent defense by north south here to beat this at least 3. I haven't figured out if it's also at most 3. It looks like it's at most 3 from here.
Is that true?
Yeah, north is the only one with all the tricks. Oh!
But we draw trumps and then we exit a low club, right?
Oh, yeah. Dummy gets end play. This is down 4.
Yikes.
Yuck! Yeah, it always feels like a nothing hand for a while until you're just like red down 4 in one of these spots.
Well, that was one that just kept getting worse the more we looked at it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, wonderful defense by Thomas and Cedric on this board to give put Declare to the maximum test for how to play, and he, I'm just gonna keep bashing people. He did everything possible wrong at every opportunity. Not that any of his choices were all that unreasonable, it's just like it definitely looks silly to go down 4 in a part score that you freely bid.
Yeah.
So, let's see, where's the other table? They're through 9, and a couple of the boards that we were hoping, or maybe hoping, depending on who you're rooting for, hoping that the match would get a little closer for Cope didn't really pan out. They picked up a handful of imps on some of these swings from earlier, but looks like Fleisher is through the worst of it in this room, and now it's all just smooth sailing from here. Other than maybe board 12, where 4 hearts miraculously took 11 tricks. I have no idea how that happened still. But we'll soldier on. So 2 boards left in the set. Are you planning on hanging out for the 4th quarter? You're more than welcome.
I might. That'll go until midnight, though, won't it?
Probably not. So yesterday I only went until midnight because there was an 8-board playoff. So it'll probably be, I think we tend to end around 10:30 or 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make a judgment call after this quarter's over on whether I'm sticking around for the final one.
Sure.
But that would be exciting, so.
Yeah, sounds good. It'll be a very short break, but you're more than welcome. You can also hang out for as long as you want and then sign off whenever you have to go, and I will carry it through on the home stretch.
Sounds good.
Do these 2 need to recalibrate their bidding? Oh, East and West, is that what we're talking about? I think it's just Finn's a junior and Ish is having fun. I'm only partially joking because, it is fun for someone who's, as well established as Ish to play with one of the up-and-coming rising stars, and especially if Finn has a good attitude about it, which he seems to, then you're quite all right to just do whatever you want in the East seat. I believe a lot of players, are more interested in just playing a system that they're comfortable with, playing a style that they're comfortable with. And if East-West are just kind of make random bids and hope things work out, then that's their style. I mean, these bids aren't random. They're doing okay, 3 hearts down 4 was very unlucky. Declare got a very bad layout of the cards and also guessed everything horribly wrong. But he has a 9 count, 5-5. His partner opened the bidding. The fact that they're in 3 hearts is not all that crazy. I'm a bit suspicious about the 3-heart bid from East. That doesn't feel right to me, but maybe he has some inferences that West's hearts are likely to be longer than his clubs, given the way the auction's played out. Am I doing the Risinger? Whew. That would be directly following these events, right? That would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't even know if it's on VooGraph. When I looked...
Remind me, that's the BAM?
Yeah, that's the Border match, the 3-day Border match.
Yeah. I think that's harder to broadcast, isn't it? Because they're like 2 or 3 board rounds.
Usually not Friday. Oh, right. Because Friday is not behind screens. But so I will note that is the only national event in the U.S. where the semifinals is played behind screens. Sorry, semifinals is not the right word. Where day 2 of a 3-day event is played behind screens. All of the other like 3-day pair games, day 2 is not behind screens, and day 3 is behind screens. For most of them, like 3-day Life Master pairs, 3-day Blue Ribbon pairs, 3-day Platinum pairs. All of those screens on day 3, but not day 2. But for the Risinger, I guess it just lives up to the hype of its reputation that is the most prestigious national championship event in the U.S. So Saturday is behind screens as well as Sunday. It'll be on VooGraph Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Well, as long as I get a day of break, I might do... I'm a little busy some days this weekend. I have a commitment. I'm playing a ACBL tournament with Leo. Well, online. I'm playing an online ACBL tournament with Leo Lasota on Sunday morning. So I will have to be doing that. But yeah, I will add that to the list of my commentary thing. Thanks for pointing it out, Dan. I think I checked maybe before the Nationals started and there wasn't any listing of it. I absolutely will stream the tournament on Sunday. So if anyone is here, I think it's 11:15 a.m. my time. I can check my email, but yeah, I will be streaming my tourney with Leo. That'll be good times. Has anything important happened on this hand now that I've just been blabbing? Probably not.
There's a big tank by Ish here.
Okay, a heart, 2-no, 3 clubs. Maybe minimum. Probably minimum.
Yeah.
And then
potentially
hearts.
minimum and balanced, but
yeah,
hard to say. Yeah.
Okay. So I was not paying attention to the first few diamond tricks, but presumably he is working out what's going on in the diamond suit. And I guess just fell back on 2-2 hearts with no reason to do anything else about it.
Yeah.
Which works. Hooray! So losing a diamond and a spade.
Ooh, sneaking it.
Losing a diamond, making 5. Very nice. Well, as expected, board 10, we do see a pickup for the Fleisher squad. Sorry to all the Cope fans out there, but looks like Fleisher is pulling away in the match a little bit. They've been solid in all 3 segments, picking up a few imps here and there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with the boards yet to score, it's not going to look much better for.
Yeah, I mean,
for the team that's down right now.
I mean, look, if I'm trying to give a positive light to it, board 13, East-West could get too high and North-South might hit it. So that's possible. And like board 12, I mean, if this is truly the result at the table, that is a monstrous result. 4 hearts making 5. It's beyond my comprehension how 4 hearts is even making. 6 hearts has some play. Oh, we got another slam alert from Dan. 6 hearts has play. 6 hearts looks like it's cold. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with six hearts is cold. Like,
Yep.
It's going to be a little dicey if South leads a diamond, but Declare can win the ace, play the ace of hearts, and play the king of diamonds. And when North shows out, he will be able to pitch his club loser. Okay, BZL, don't take what I say out of context. No clips. I don't want any of these words being played back in my face at a later date.
Yeah, to be clear, Brady was talking about board 12. The result on the Viewgraph history is very unlikely to be correct. Not the current hand.
Yeah, Turk, don't get involved. I have the power to ban you. I'm not going to. Actually, I think it would be great. I need more exciting clips on my channel. So far, the only person who has clipped anything has been DT, my biggest channel troll.
I did see that's the person who timed themselves out earlier.
Oh yeah, no, it was BZL. I do fully understand. Wow, six hearts, big bid, but it's gonna pay off for him. He also might just know that his session's going badly and he wants to put on a lot of pressure. Like maybe the opponents will phantom save in six spades. No, so in the channel point rewards, right? Like my channel point rewards, we have, a bunch of normal things and some other stuff. But then the most requested channel point reward by all of my viewers was to make one where we could ban the troll. So we did. Alright, with no diamond lead, this is going to be a quick claim. Declare can ruff, unblock the heart ace, ruff a spade high, back to hand, pull the trumps, and then knock out the club ace. You'd like it if the ban was longer? That's not surprising. DT came in requesting that the ban timer be increased. Maybe I will. I probably should.
Well, this is going to be, as you already said, very easily making.
Yeah, so good result, certainly, for Cope on the last board. I wouldn't be surprised if it was push, but it might depend what happens in the other room. North has what looks like a pretty sensible four-spade bid, but maybe if North elects to start slower, walk the dog a little bit with their hand, then East-West might be a bit more timid and bid all the way up to 5 hearts and end the contract there. Sometimes the going slower has unexpected results. So we'll just see, but that will be an exciting board to finish on at the very least. 5 comparisons to go. In the other room, we will jump over there momentarily. Here we go, 12 tricks in, and here we are. Oh. Well, I must be a giant fish. Everyone's balancing 2 hearts on this board. And
interesting.
Over no trump. I don't think it's that interesting. I am a giant fish, but...
Well, I also would not have been balancing 2 hearts at him. So today we both learned something.
Yeah, this is why they're playing and we're commentating. That is
yes, indeed.
That is the common take in these scenarios. But at least for us, we can just point and say scoreboard. Because 2 hearts is not really the spot we want to end up in on these cards. But no harm, no foul. No one ended up doubling. And it looks as if the exact same line of play has been taken at both tables up to this point. So club switch, we're going to get the 8 of clubs the ace of clubs from South, The jack of clubs is going to be put on the table. At least that's my guess. The 8 of clubs return feels weird to me. From 9-8 third, maybe they have some sort of special agreement that they lead second and fourth through declare. Not an uncommon agreement, but it's also just possible that North has elected.
Do they just play mud?
Yeah. I think that playing second and fourth through declare is like a thing, and for whatever reason tends to be correct. I'm not sure why.
Oh, sorry, this is not trick one. Oh
no,
my god.
not trick one. Yeah, sorry, we came in the middle of the hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so Frederick's telling us that second, fourth through declare is standard in the European Union, and we do have a European Union player here with us. Yeah, Cope insisted. I would not be surprised if Kevin is just playing Simon's card in this partnership. That tends to be the case with, I think, a lot of junior players, that they're up for playing anything. They just enjoy the game and want to play bridge. So don't care that much about conventions. They're just like, hey, you're a good player. This is a good team. Let's have fun. So Kevin...
You could say that they're willing to cope with anything.
Nice one. But okay, so fully the exact same defense up to this point. At the other table, declare played a diamond here. South popped with the ace and cashed the club 10. So we'll see if Kevin makes the same play. Ace of diamonds, 10 of clubs. If we're trusting the second, fourth lead through declare, then we know that partner has another club. So 10 of clubs, and now will he go into the tank and start thinking? Because he probably should have gotten a diamond count signal from his partner. Nope. He doesn't spend any time and makes the wrong play as well. I must just be really bad at the game. I wouldn't balance 2 hearts. I would just let partner pitch their diamond loser and beat this 3. God, I just need to get good. I think it's
fair to say here that that as good of a player as South absolutely undeniably is,
yeah,
they made a mistake.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And none of this is 100%, right? It's not always the case that you can read North's signals. You don't know East's entire shape on the hand, so I like to make things seem like, oh yeah, South, what a fish, what is he thinking? But really, he took a sensible line. It was the exact same line that they took at the other table. What a fish has been clipped. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we'll get a low heart on the table. North knows the full heart position. The first round of trumps went low 10 ace. So they know their partner doesn't have the jack here. 7 tricks? Hold on. That doesn't look like the right number either. Did I miss something? Oh no, now I have to step back through the play.
It's wild to me that the result on board 12 seems to have stood at 4 hearts plus 1.
I don't get it either, but yes, I do agree. Kind of a bit wild. Yeah, so there's no way Declare took 2 more tricks in this position. North has a high trump, so it has to be a claim for down 2. Oh god, look at this clown opening 1 spade on his 5 small. So ridiculous. We saw Ish Delmonte open a club in 3rd seat on this hand, and I actually love the 1 club opening bid at these colors. I was going to say at these colors, but if you have a big spade fit, maybe spades is a better place to save.
Yeah, I would be terrified of burying the spade fit, but...
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But still, like, if you don't have a big spade fit, opening a club is going to work out beautifully because your partner's always going to lead a club, right? As we saw in the other room. So lead directional value in third seed is often something that experts will look at when they're trying to decide whether or not to open. Like if East had a light opening bid, but his clubs were like 4 small, then he probably wouldn't choose to open the hand and would just pass.
Yeah. It seems unlikely to me here that North-South will achieve 11 tricks in a heart contract.
We're still on this, huh? Yeah, I'm skeptical. Now, it's possible North might invite. Opposite a normal, like 15 to 17 no trump, North's hand with 7 highs and no real great suits to speak of, probably not an invitation, even red at imps. But these no trump overcalls tend to be a bit heavier. Like, sure, they start at around 15, but it can go up to 18, or I've seen Kevin Dwyer do it on 19 when he played with me, mostly because he was overcompensating for my bad play. No, I think he just thought his 19 count was worth 1 no overcall. So we do see North electing to invite with their 7 count, which might feel a little strange, but I think it is probably a good choice.
Uh-oh, here we go. I wonder if East-West will take a dive in clubs.
Maybe. I suspect, given that East didn't open a club, this is going to look more like a suit with some lead directional value, other than like a legitimate spot to make a sacrifice. How did the play go in the other room? Well, the opening lead was the Queen of Spades. Declare played a heart to the Jack and then claimed 11 tricks. Okay. PGS has a legitimate theory about this. Spade lead, heart to the Jack, heart to the Ace, diamond. Pops up with the King of Diamonds. The Jack falls. Continues the Jack of Spades, maybe, so they never get a club trick either. Set up the diamonds for a club pitch. Possible. I like this theory. That's what we're going to go with.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's possible.
I mean, it feels like horrible defense. Let's rat out the kid, Finn Kolesnik. What are you thinking? But we actually have no idea. Like, this was all we saw. Queen of Spades to the Ace, heart to the Jack, 11 tricks claimed. So that is an interesting theory. I think that is a plausible line. Feels weird to pop up with the Diamond King, but I get it. I get it. If Declare was trying to be tricky with Ace Doubleton of Diamonds and you're actually just cashing 2 spades from here, I would like to try and cash 2 spades. Okay. 2 clubs double pass. I wonder what the pass is. So the way that I like to play, which I'm not sure how popular it is that I respond to Stayman if I have clubs stopped. Now this auction's a little weird, so I don't know what my agreements would be here when East has opened a spade, rather than just like, I open a no trump, it goes 2 clubs double, because that's the real worry, that we don't have clubs stopped on that type of situation. But that could be what's going on, or I'm just completely clueless. I have a theory.
I think that's quite likely. I think that's a pretty common agreement among experts, isn't it? To pass without a stop here and respond to Stayman with a stop.
I think so, but it's kind of weird because East can't have like super long clubs, right? They opened a spade. So this...
Well, they could be 5-5.
Yeah, I mean, they could be 5-5. That's certainly true. But anyway, so this auction feels a little different than just like 1 no 2 clubs double, but they might have the same agreement. Okay, 3 hearts is not the bid that West made at this point in the auction. We'll get there eventually. So the redouble by North is presumably Stayman. 2 spades, likely hearts, and accepting an invite.
Yeah, they probably have an agreement where they try to side the major with responder rather than opener after this kind of lead directing double in order to put the club doubler on lead.
Yeah.
So they probably just crisscross the majors or something like that.
Yeah. And that's a very nice thing to do when someone makes one of these lead directing doubles. You want to put them on lead because most of the time their suit's going to be broken like this. I mean, East easily could have had King Jack 10 fourth of clubs, and then they really wouldn't want to leave the suit into North's hand. So this is, a nice set of agreements that they have. They are going to end up in 4 hearts in the North, and I think that's kind of going to backfire. South's hand is going to be face up on the table. I mean, backfire might not be the right way to put it, but East will find the opening club lead from the king. West is never going to make a mistake of hopping up with the diamond king on the first round of the suit. So East-West will end up with 3 diamonds and a club, I think. Maybe there's some chance that Declare actually wraps it. I mean, like, does this have play double dummy? I think it does, right?
Three hearts doubled?
No. 3 hearts doubled does not feel like the spot. But 4 hearts does make double dummy, right? The diamonds are kind of blocked. So Declare could win the club ace, pull trumps, and then go ace, king of spades, and a spade. That's not what he's going to do, though, right? Like, he has to pick off queen, jack, double ton of spades with West, and that's just never happening.
Well, it might if... Well, it probably won't after the 1 spade opener. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's just going to place East with at least one of the spade honors, so even if he elects to go ace of spades, he's then going to cross to dummy and hook the 9. So the defense will have plenty of opportunities to unblock the diamond suit, and West, looking at 3 small diamonds if he ever gets in with a spade honor, is certainly going to put a low diamond on the table. So my guess is this goes 2 down.
Starting to wonder what the actual auction is, because it's no longer just like the bids have been assigned to the wrong seats.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're getting an update here. The ViewGraph operator says that North was about to bid 3 hearts, but didn't notice West bid. Director was called. North put the bid back in the box and then doubled.
Oh my. Well,
so West did bid 3 hearts. There's some sort of... What?
I am shocked.
Oh, so 2 spades definitely does show hearts, and then 3 hearts is probably showing a good hand for clubs.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Three spades. Okay.
Well, this might have saved North-South. Wait, is it Cope? So Cope is... So in the other room, Fleisher, who was North-South, bid and made 4 hearts, somehow. So this might save North-South, right? They can collect 2 hearts, 3 spades, and a club for 300. Because I just don't think they were ever getting 600 on this hand, or 620 on their cards. So, if South elects to go after 3 spades, he's going to be rewarded with probably plus 300. And a bit of a save. I mean, at least he's not going to give up 13 for the vulnerable game swing. He'll give up, 8 or so for the double part score. Although maybe West is planning to run to 4 clubs, which is the same, however many, 300. They get one fewer trump trick. Okay, so we do have confirmation. 3 hearts by West, probably showing a good club raise. That's what we think is going on. Which feels like... I always hate these kinds of things, and it never feels good to me. I've seen some players do it, but I don't think it tends to be common expert practice that you, sit around, wait, and then make your bid. It would be way better for West to just jam 3 clubs or even 4 clubs into the auction immediately and force the opponents to guess than to give them 2 bites at the apple. Where here, if doubling 3 spades was correct, they could have done it. If bidding on to 4 hearts was correct, they now have had an enormous amount of time to expose what's going on the north-south cards. Well, here we are. Okay, 4 hearts in the south.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to see how 4 hearts can be made.
Right. Yeah. Kevin, please show us. He's gonna be a miracle worker if he pulls this one off. So we do see the Queen of Spades lead. Shame on Tom Hanlon for opening a spade in 3rd seat rather than a club. Queen of Spades around to the ace. Now, I think Declare is still going to get the spades wrong.
Yeah, interestingly, in the other situation where a club was opened, it's quite easy for Declare to get spades right, but when spades have been opened, it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frederick says we'll play for the Diamond Jack hook and go down. I think Declare is going to pull trump sending and dummy, take a spade hook. There's some line of play looking similar to this. Take a spade hook and go ace of clubs club. Exit the black suits. Because if the Jack of diamonds is on, as long as the Jack of spades is with East, the opponents are going to have to lead diamonds for him. And if he gets super lucky about what's going on, the opponents might lead diamonds for him in a bad way. So I think he would plan on taking the end play line, which looks quite good to me. All Declare needs at this point is for the spade hook to be working. Now, maybe, and here's a thought, this 3 spade bid could give the show away. I mean, is West doing it with just Queen Doubleton? Possible. But Queen Jack Doubleton looks like a better suit. Also, we kind of note that East played their highest spade, the 8 at trick 1, presumably discouraging. So, Declare has a chance to get this right. Let's see if he's a magician. Yeah, Frederick says, why not lead a club? Should lead a club anyway. From Queen Doubleton, I don't know, it is partner suit. Yeah, probably not. That's also a good inference that would West really lead Queen from Queen Doubleton here as opposed to a club which he knows is safe. Yeah,
That's a good point.
We could definitely see Declare taking the right view on this one.
But even the right view should not result in success.
No, it does, because we go King of Spades, spade to the 10, ace of clubs, club. And so if the Jack of diamonds is on side, we make. But if diamonds are like this, the opponents can't get out of their own way, and they have to give you a rough slough.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Never mind. Oh my god.
Oh.
We did it again. No. PGS's prophecy has come true. The low diamond hop up with the king.
Yeah. Way to go, PGS. Absolutely calling it.
Yeah. At this table, they do find the club switch afterwards. Yeah, you rest your case.
Okay, I guess I believe the result now.
Yep.
I've been blinded by my double dummy vision.
Yeah. Yeah, a low club would not have saved them in any scenario. Once the Jack of Diamonds and King crashed on the same trick, Declare already had yeah, it's just too late. 1 imp to Fleisher. There can be some amusing pushes in these matches where it's like maybe like lower. I promised no jumping up with the Diamond King. Well, I also thought that South was going to put down the dummy and West would be looking at 3 small diamonds. You are right about that.
I think we all heard you promise.
I did promise. Oh no, what's my punishment? I would gift a sub, except apparently Twitch doesn't accept my card. I need to get on that though. I should be punished sometimes and have to gift subs to the channel. That seems like a fair punishment. Alright. So this board, we'll see if East-West get overboard on their hands. The other table ended up in 3 hearts, going down 4. Vulnerable. Not the sort of minus 400 you want to bring back to your teammates. Hey, thank you so much, Anonymous, for the gift sub to Turk. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the support.
Ooh, I like that punishment. PJF has a good idea.
Oh, no. Yeah. I'm working on it. Look, I've been working on it, but seriously, I've just been doing nonstop commentary. No, so a bunch of our viewers, well, I don't know how many, but one of our viewers, Cooney, is Welsh, I think, as far as I can tell. And he typed some like gobbledygook in the chat one day, and I was just like, yeah, I can do that too. And he's like, no, this is a legitimate town in Wales or somewhere, or I forget, an actual town somewhere. And I found and he linked me a British newscaster that was just like pronouncing, that's the one. Yes, you found it.
This one is pretty famous.
Yep. Yeah, and so he linked me a British newscaster on BBC that just like easily recited the entire name as he was doing the weather.
And then just smirks from ear to ear.
Yep. Yeah. So I found a song about it, which yeah, there is a shorter version of the town name. They've shortened it because it's mostly because it overlaps other people's names on maps. No, I think that's just the joke reason for it. Okay, well, 3 diamonds passed out at this table. Maybe a bit of a more sensible result on the north-south cards. And we do get the singleton spade lead, which will result in a ruff. Although maybe the ruff isn't even good. Because once West ruffs, then Declare can ruff a spade in the dummy, get to the ace of clubs to pitch a loser. Anywho, I kind of expect Declare to lay the king of diamonds out of hand, gotta pull trumps, there's no real alternative. Ace of diamonds, spade, not sure.
Yeah. The words you're saying seem plausible to me.
Good. I suppose with East being kind of stripped of entries, the spades are isolated now. East has no more access to them. You know, yeah, he can return a diamond, which is somewhat effective, but he's never going to get to his his spade suit, just a heart to the king, the ace of clubs pitching a loser. He'll get a spade in the end, so 3 diamonds bid and made. I think they'll be disappointed that they lose a chunk of imps on this one. Yeah, there are a bunch of towns or whatever with pretty long and unpronounceable names. Frederick says the town is St. Mary's Church in the Hollow of the White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool, and the Church of St. Tassilo near the Red Cave. That is the full definition of that singular word. I hate to think that someone created a word to mean exactly all of those things in succession, but maybe they did.
I think it's more of a case of like you don't have spaces, right?
Yep.
So like it's a phrase, but like yeah.
Yeah, you can combine them. Okay, so 2 boards to go. Fleischer was on fire in this set. Currently a 30-4 segment win for them, and they're up by...
Yeah, which sets up an exciting 4th quarter. We should see probably some swinging behavior by the team that's behind.
Yeah, well, more swingy than they've already been, because Ish has been all over the place, I think. But... yeah.
But, I mean, down almost 50 is going to be... We're going to see a different team in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they have a lot of catch-up work to do. And
yeah.
I know we've talked a bit about this. Like, you don't always have to try and force boards, but, 50 imps is just such a large margin that you do need some comeback. So maybe, like, the first couple boards, you just get into your rhythm and do normal stuff, but whenever you see any sort of chance at a swing, you just go for it.
Yep.
So Street's up by 29. We got PJF, who has not slept since yesterday, as far as I can tell, and has been here the whole time, just giving me score updates. I salute you, sir. Okay. This board felt like it was going to be pretty flat. What is sleep? Good question. I have been sleeping like a baby these past few nights. Are you making a new song parody? What is sleep? Baby, don't hurt me.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Approve. I hit the like button. Tell me when you release your first album.
Sure. Don't hold your breath, though.
Hey, I know a music producer out in LA. I'll help you hit platinum.
Gotcha.
Okay, similar auction here. Heart 2 no trump. The limit raise in hearts. And depending on the east-west agreements.
Likely see a 3-club bid.
Yeah, so 3 clubs. I think I said 3 clubs minimum or something. Probably minimum accept is what I meant to say. Yeah, Don't Hold Your Breath is the second single, featuring Mariah Carey.
If Tuno Trump is game forcing, then I think the standard. I think a structure that a lot of expert players play these days is just that 3 clubs is all the minimum hands.
Right. So
then you relay.
Yeah, it does depend if the Tuno is a game forcing raise or if it can include limit raise hands.
Right.
Like with most of my partners, I play 1 major, 3 majors mixed, and so Tuno contains all the limits.
Yep. Big same.
Yep. So 2-no, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds. If I'm speculating, but 3 diamonds could be asking for shortness, 4 hearts might be no shortness, or something else entirely. I'm not exactly sure. But normally people play step responses to these sorts of things that ask for shortness. So...
Yeah, it's unusual to have a very common hand like this, a minimum balanced hand, consume all the steps after an ask.
Right.
But I think every pair has their own structure for these sorts of things.
Yeah, now what might be happening is, and I mean this is speculation again, 3 clubs could be like some sort of minimum thing. 3 diamonds might be like, is your hand really awful? Something to that effect. And then 4 hearts might say yes or no, I'm not sure. So maybe they have a way to still get out in 3 of a major. If East had a truly terrible hand, but here they have 13 with 2 aces, so...
Yeah, you're right. The fact that the auction went like this definitely indicates that it's probably a limit plus 2-0 and not a game forcing 2-0. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and Frederick says if the first step is no shortness, East might have been uncomfortable risking 3 hearts that... I mean, for one thing, especially if this auction doesn't come up all that frequently and they're a very practiced partnership, but of course, West is one of the sponsors on the team, Leslie and Moyles, then East might not have wanted to bid 3 hearts in a high-pressure match situation that his partner might pass with the wrong type of hand. So, 4 hearts might just be a practical bid that isn't really going to get misinterpreted. This isn't one of those hands where if your partner, the system happens and the system cuts off at 4 clubs in response to 3 diamonds, you're like, oh, partner bid 4 hearts. Guess I have to just force to slam now without knowing what partner's 4 heart bid means. I think you'll get the picture. So.
I don't know. I'd be surprised if 4 hearts isn't some very tightly defined thing.
I agree.
For the partnership.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing together for decades, so... Will we see Declare sneak a spade to the queen? And that's what happened at the other table for an over trick. Probably not going to decide the match, but every trick counts. And I've forgotten what happened on the last board, but I remember it was fireworks. Oh yeah, East was 8-4. East was 8-4-1.
Yeah, and if we get to 6 hearts again, it'll be interesting to see if a diamond lead comes through. Probably not. A diamond lead feels weird.
Right.
Yeah. But if a diamond lead does come, that puts Declare to the toughest test by a lot.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. Oh. Sorry, that trick. We found another way to make
defense. Yeah.
Yep, I got it. It's okay. It's just a Grosvenor, right? Now Declare is going to play a heart to the king and a heart to the jack.
Yeah.
Waiting for it.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't matter at this point. He's playing for an over... Wait, is he? Yeah, he's playing for an over trick. Okay. Thank you, VuGraph operator, for fixing the small heart spots that North followed with. I'm sure we would have lost a lot of sleep if we didn't realize that North had followed low-high. People would be storming the White House. Is it too soon to say that?
Oh no. Oh my.
No politics, please. I'm sorry I brought it up. Okay, Declare has never too soon. Well, as South Park informed all of us, it is 17 years is the statute of limitations, and then anything horrible that has happened to any large collection of people is hilarious. Okay.
It's nice to have it so well defined.
Yes, it really is. So Declare tried to sneak a spade. You know, they'll just compare scores at both tables and be like 450, 450. Okay, push. You made the same defensive mistake that we did.
And then think that they mean the same thing.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, with hearts 2-2, the contract was probably never going to be in any danger unless Declare took a very unusual view of the hand. So, on to the last board, and we have quite the treat. If you were hanging out with us while we were checking out the other room, you know, like 2.5 hours ago or whenever they finished. Speaking of defensive mistakes, board 14 and the other match is interesting. Okay, well, if they are still on when this board finishes up, then we can take a look and check that one out. Did they forget that it was a 15 board segment? I mean, what are we waiting on? Come on, board 15. They're on board 15 now. Oh. Okay, interesting. So let's see. South is complaining on this hand that the auction felt deceptive. That's why he went Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds. East opened a heart. 3 club showed something. Let me pop this up and take a quick look. Board 14 in the other room, so while we wait for the director call to be resolved. You know, I'm gonna trust you. If this is not an interesting hand, you're getting timed out for 10 minutes. Just letting you know. Are you still willing to put your reputation at stake? PJF. Okay, so South opened a club. Pass by West, a diamond by North. Looks like a transfer to Hearts. Looks like not a transfer to Hearts because they never found their heart fit, North-South. Spade by East, 2 clubs by South, 2 spades, double. What is this auction? Also, why are we not watching this table? These guys are insane. Okay, just flipping back to check and see if board 15 has come up. We don't want to miss the fireworks. I
think there's still the director call.
Yeah, got it. Okay, well, if you see the board popping up, let me know. So King of Diamonds, lead Ace of Diamonds, King of Hearts, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Spades, King of Spades, 8 tricks claimed. So we thought that you said defensive mistake? I mean, as far as I can tell, North never showed hearts, so it's not surprising to me that South was like trying to give their partner a heart rough. Maybe
I get defensive when I make mistakes. Does that count?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we're talking about. Anyway, I mean, this feels like an auction misstep. North-South have this 9-card heart fit, but I have no clue what their auction means at all. Strong club auction, a club, a club and negative diamond. Thanks, Stan. Yeah, appreciate the insight. That makes more sense. Yeah, I was not even thinking about that. So club, a diamond, a spade, 2 clubs, 2 spades, double. Double just showing values. I'll pass. I'm a bit surprised South checked it out. I mean, they do have ace, king, but with 6-4 and a singleton in the opponent's suit. Yeah, a bit awkward. And of course, you know, North-South can cash 2 diamonds, play a club to the ace. get a heart over King of Clubs, Club Ruff. That get a diamond ruff as well, beat this a large number of tricks. So it's not as if North-South have done the wrong thing. How many light could it go? I'm just going to trust Gib. I mean, it was
So by the way, we do have most of an auction on the
Okay,
current.
great. Sorry, here we are. Back to the action. So we got the same pass by South, a diamond by West, 4 spades by North. All of these look pretty normal. In the other room, 6 hearts was bid on the East cards. And yeah, 6 hearts was, I think, the start of his swing, right? Ish realized that he had a pretty bad set. He tried 6 hearts, with missing 3 aces, by the way. So if his partner only had one of the missing aces, then 6 hearts would not be making. But
Yep. So that'll be nice. They won't be down 50 going into the 4th set.
yeah, this will be 11 imps back for 480 versus 980. And they'll still have a lot of work to do, but it will be an exciting 4th segment for sure.
Yeah. We're at an amount of imps where we're unlikely to see someone like open a spade on 3 small and first seat white.
True. But that could change 3 or 4 boards in.
That's true.
If they continue having bad results, then things could get really spicy. Yes, unlikely. You did give yourself a bit of leeway just in case it happens. You'd be like,
yep, just in case.
See, I called it. I said it was unlikely, and it happened. In the other room, the commentator described playing Super Lebensal on the 5 level here. These are the takes that I'm here for. So you're saying there's a chance. I am saying there's a chance. There's
what?
Always a chance.
Super Lebensal is a very interesting agreement.
I didn't even know that was a real thing. I assumed it was completely made up on the spot. But if Super Lebensal is a real convention, then tell me more.
I mean, I think 4-no trump is usually used as 2 places to play.
Mm-hmm.
But if partner is already opened a diamond, maybe you don't need it for that.
Mm.
So, yeah, Super Lebensal. Wow. I've heard sillier ideas. I mean, I've had sillier ideas this stream.
Same, absolutely. Okay. So we have 47 imps as the margin in this match. Is the other one up to date? It looks like Street is up by 37.